Beloved heart, I invite you to sign up to my mailing list, and as a result of signing up, you will get a free gift. It's a 5D rebalance tune-up of all the chakras, and chakras are my specialty, so I would love to gift you with this transmission that is filled with light language and codes to help you stay balanced and tuned up during these increased frequencies of energy of this ascension, this new earth frequency. So check out the links in the notes of this show, and I look forward to connecting with you. I am sending you love. This is the transfiguration of the new you. Hello, beloved. I'm Monica Bermudez. Welcome back to another episode on my podcast. And in this episode, I want to talk about the sacral chakra. It's more like a transmission and activation to help with some of the healing, but as well as an understanding and, what's been going on with this chakra area. And so lately I've talked about in my podcast about the heart chakra and also about the throat chakra. But I now want to talk about the sacral chakra area because we have 7 major chakras, but we also have minor chakras within our body. But I feel though, and I was channeling this and getting download of information on this, that the heart is always something that I always emphasize, that's the hub to all the chakras. And so it is very galactic as well. And actually all our chakras are very multidimensional. So they go front and back in all different directions. They flow with these different energies. In particular, though, the heart chakra is like the center point for all the chakras within the body. And each and every one of the chakras within the human body have a heart center as well. And it's that heart center within each one of them that connects to the major heart chakra. And so the throat chakra, it serves as this gateway with the upper chakras and the lower chakras, but it also connects to the sacral chakra, and these 3 connect with one another energetically through the grid system that I feel have been the most sabotaged in our human lifetime span of evolution and incarnations and different traumas that we may have experienced, whether in this lifetime or in previous lifetimes as well. And it carries tons of generational karmic trauma as well. A lot of it's also carried within the sacral chakra area, based on my own personal experience, but also based on experience with clients and information that I'm getting about this. So the throat chakra, it serves as that point of, it's almost like this intermediate point with the upper chakras and the lower chakras. And the heart is very interconnected to the throat chakra as well. So that's why sometimes people feel like they have the heart in their throat when they're trying to process emotional stuff that may come up. And so I've often heard other people describe it that way. And it does feel like that because it is interconnected with one another. And so the sacral chakra serves as this intermediate point with the lower chakras and the upper to include, which would be like the solar plexus and the hara line, and the lower being like the root chakra and the earth chakra. And of course, that includes all the minor chakras as well, and all the chakra points around there. And so what I was getting about this is that it's very intergalactic type points of these chakra points. And so they are intergalactically connected with one another because there is this big, strong force of creative force that is within the sacral area. And so the sacral area contains a lot of wounds, and mostly what I found were mother wounds. Doesn't mean it won't have father wounds either, but there has been a lot of these mother wounds there, and a lot of sexual trauma as well. And so just to know, the sacral area is for everyone, like men and women, and it contains all the sexual organs. And so sometimes when we feel that we don't have like sexual energy or not feeling at all sexy, there is some form of block, a flow of this energy within that is stemming from this sacral area that contains certain wounds that are holding back a lot of the energy force because it is through orgasm that we're able to manifest and create. So, someone who has a lot of sexual energy has this tremendous amount of creative force within them. So, it can be harnessed for that reason, right? Now, it could be dangerous, right? When it is misused or abused in certain ways. And so that has been the case for many generations that there has been these wounds within, which is sometimes makes it hard sometimes to be with certain partners and have, sexual activities or feeling guilty about certain sexual acts. And, that's what happened to me is feeling guilty every time I would have, sexual act. And so I was able to get past that by healing a lot of my own mother wounds within. And also, getting assistance from other places as well to clear the energy. So there was a lot of clearing energy that took some time to really clear. Of course, the first area that I really worked on the most was my heart chakra, which was the first one that I worked with. And then my throat chakra, but also the sacral chakra, and as well as the solar plexus, which I will, discuss in another episode about that. Because I feel like every chakra kind of deserves its own episode. There could be so much talked about each one of them. And there's always new information that I'm getting from them, that download of information that I get for these, particular chakras and the major chakras and the chakra points that we hold within ourselves, which are all interconnected within our own human grid system. And so with the sacral chakra area, there has been a lot that has been sabotaged and could impact even our own physical organs as well. So that the more that we're able to heal some of these grid systems within this chakra area is the point that we're able to harness more of this creative energy within us to manifest all the things that we so desire to be used, for the highest good of ourselves and the highest good of others. And so with this, when this channel is opened up even more, we're able to access a lot of this universal creative force and interconnect with much of the other chakra points as well. So this chakra is color orange, and the color orange of it is about this expressiveness of creativity. And the reason why, it is connected to the throat chakra is because we're also expressing ourselves through our way of communication, our own voice through the vocal cords, and those grid systems within that sacral chakra area harnesses that energy of this creative force to be able to express in different ways when things are being communicated or expressed in whatever way that is. And when the heart comes in, the heart is bringing in this balancing, harmonizing state of these of the sacral chakra to know when to keep it balanced. If falling into the shadow, then bringing it back into this balancing state with the light. Now, every chakra will have a form of shadow and light in them. And so it is, up to us how we activate and heal these areas within ourselves. The willingness, of course, the willingness to want to do the work, first of all, to do the healing and paying attention to certain shadows. And those shadows could be addictions that are not healthy for you and healthy for others as well. And so that's where the heart comes in to help navigate those energies and the balancing of the energies themselves. And so this, this energy, which has been known actually since ancient times, that the orgasm and the sexual energy within, which also ties into the Kundalini, that this energy that we harness within this, creative force of energy within the sacral chakra has been known since ancient times and has been used for the purpose of balancing a lot of our grid system, but also bringing in a lot of the galactic cosmic energies to the earth itself and to us too. So it's been used for that purpose to also manifest and shift certain realities in our life as well. And so this has been lost through time, but it has been hidden through some of the ancient, organizations or organizations that hold ancient teachings with them. However, I feel like a lot of this is starting to open up a lot more now. That knowledge, that wisdom that was lost through time or hidden is becoming more open for us to have access to be used for the highest good of ourselves and the highest good of others, and as well as for the planet to reestablish that new Earth frequency. Because a lot of what's going on right now with this new Earth frequency that has been shifting, a lot of the planet, we're also feeling it in every part of our body. And more specifically, our sacral chakra is also being activated with that. And so we are returning back to that source of creation where we're able to manifest in our own way and becoming more consciously aware, more Christ consciously aware of the energies that we hold within ourselves and how important these chakra points are within our own body. And they are, harnessing a lot of the galactic and different cosmic energies. So chakras are known as, also referred to as these psychic energy portals. They are portals, all of them. And so the way that they're activated is through a lot of the healing that has to go on with different patterns that no longer um, no longer belong there, or that you no longer need, or shadows, things that have been toxic or unhealthy or holding you back from your greatest potential of this new human. And that's really what we're building here is these new humans of this new earth and being able to get through a lot of the different healings and activations to get us back on the path that we were meant to always be and that we deserve, and that it is our divine right to be. However, it's not always easy. And I get it because I personally went through a lot of, different shame and guilt when it came to sexual activities. And so I personally, was the sacral chakra area was the most sensitive for me and the most vulnerable. And the moment that I really started to work on myself, including in this area, to really face or confront those really dark areas of shadows, is the moment that I was willing to do the work within myself to really embrace it. First of all, to accept it, to acknowledge it, and to self-nurture and have compassion for myself, but within that compassion, that forgiveness also. It's not always easy, believe me, because I hear it all the time. Somebody would come in and just say that, it's just, it's too hard. And I get it, because that's part of being human, is learning to be able to manage our own emotions, to be able to get through the challenges and mastering ourselves. And as we master ourselves, we're also mastering the universal laws, the laws of nature, so the laws of the universe. And so there is a quote actually from Rumi that I really liked. It had me really thinking about this, because it applies to all of this, right? The wounds within ourselves, the challenges that we all go through as humans. And it says, the wound is the place where the light enters you. So, in other words, it's like a catalyst for us to make these significant changes within ourselves, but it's also opening up portals within ourselves, activating us to our own self mastery. And with that mastery coming with that cosmic illumination and enlightenment, and the ability to become the avatars of this new earth. So, with that, though, requires, the work, acknowledgement, and seeing all of this and within yourself, and being open to wanting to make that change. So, this, the takeaway from all of this that I want to say is that you have the potential to self-activate yourself with the willingness to want to do the work within yourself for the areas that you feel that need the work. And utilizing the heart, your own heart chakra, to give yourself the space for that healing and that self-nurturing and that self-compassion, self-forgiveness, and understanding. Because we're doing the best we can as humans, right? We're not being forced or pressured to be perfect. Although, there is that part of us that just wants to be perfect. And I've been there myself, where I feel like I have to be perfect when I was growing up with everything, but I had to really loosen the grips. And I really kept getting that one particular oracle card every time I would do a reading on myself that kept saying, loosen the grips. And that came, I believe, from the Archangel Michael oracle card deck. And really what that meant was, don't try to over control certain situations. There has to be a point where you have to also let go some of it and allow some of the universe also to your higher self, in other words, to give you that guidance for those next steps and those best solutions for your own healing journey as well. And that could mean connecting you with certain specific people who can also help to be a catalyst for you in whatever way that is. It could be a mentor, it could be a coach, it could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be a new partner. But whatever be the case, though, just know that you always have the support, and you have your higher self and guides of angels and dragons and so many more who are there assisting you at whenever you're ready to make the change, to really find, the healing within yourself. And so with that, is the sacral chakra activation that also comes in with that, because as we're making ourselves whole, we're looking at every single part of us, as I've been talking about within the Ascended Twin Flame transmission series that I've been having. I have part 2 so far, and part 3 is about to come out, but it's really about the twin flame energy within ourselves and making ourselves whole. And the sacral chakra area is a big piece of this as well. And so I'll be connecting with you in another episode. Bye for now. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to click like, save, and share with others so they can also experience what you just experienced. And stay tuned for some more high vibe episodes. And I'll be connecting with you in the next quantum field. Sending you so much love.